been so brainwashed by entertainment, all right, all that, but we lost knowledge of self, and we trying to bring you back to your glory, bro. All right, got it up.
This is Pirates of the Caribbean, or Jewish Pirates of the Caribbean, page 214. When I was in the synagogue, I counted about 100 Jews.
So this other guy went into the synagogue. Another guy, read.
All merchants.
All merchants, our people, we love to sell things, man. All right.
Not one mechanic. Mechanic person of them. Most were rich in apparel with various jewels glittering. So
we love wearing jewelry, 14 karat. I don't know if they had VVS back in them days, but they had nice clear diamonds, you know what I'm saying? So we was wearing diamonds of gold, silver, glittering jewels, man. All right, because we were flossing, man. Read.
For they are the richest jewelers of any. They are generally black and may be distinguished from Spaniards or native Greeks.
What color are they?
Black and may be distinguished from Spaniards or native Greeks.
Right, so the Jews are generally black, okay? That's the color that they come in. And when they say black, they means dark skin, man. All right, so the Jews are people of color, brother. You got any questions? Just listening. Yeah. So yeah, that's another book right there, just letting you know the color of the Jews. Yeah, because right now, the so-called white man, he's controlling the narrative on the Bible. Okay, they put up the white image of Christ. They put it up, you know, so they said if Christ is white, the Jews are white. Okay, that's the narrative they run. Right, yeah. Get that real quick. Go fast forward subjects.
This is Proverbs.
See, because you're being baptized with the truth now. All right, all these scriptures that we bringing out, you can go home and research them yourself, and you're gonna find out that we are telling the truth, man. All right, we're not. How do you know a prophet when you see one? You want to find out? All right, before you get that, get Jeremiah 28, verse 8. This is how you know a true prophet when you see one.
This is Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So that's a true prophet, prophesying against wicked countries. The church is not doing that. All right?
They actually condoning wickedness and giving people excuses, for their
wickedness. So we doing that. We letting you know that Christ is coming back and he's going to blast this place. Noah, he prophesied for 100 years. And he told the people, the inhabitants of the world, that it's going to be a flood. They didn't believe it. It happened, right? From the time of Christ, he told the Israelites it was going to be a siege. And they was going into slavery under the Roman occupation. That happened. That's a true prophet, okay? According to the Bible, read.
Verse 9, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known.
That's right. So we're not prophesying of peace. We're telling you what the scriptures say. All right, we got this sign right here. Okay, we letting you know what was done to our people. All right, the northern kingdom. All right, what that was done to the so-called Negro. Look at his back. All right, they beat his back in, man. That was slavery right there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a payment for that. They're going to be paid back for that. Get 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get that. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. They're going to be paid back for what they did to the Israelites. They touched God's chosen people. Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And read it nice and loud, too. So they're going to be paid back for what they did to us, man. All right? And we're not going to be ashamed in telling the truth, man. Because the Bible tells you, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Read that real loud.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Read.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
But the Bible says we are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people down on the face of the earth.
Right, so he chose us to be be a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That sounds racist to me right there. Read that nice and slow and loud.
This is Deuteronomy
7:6.
7 and 6.
Read.
The Lord 7 and 6.
And the Lord, read.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that's upon the face of the earth.
Right, so he chosen us to be a holy people above all the other people that are upon the face of the earth. All right, that means that he favored us better than the rest of these people. But right now we ain't on top because we broke his laws. See, God is the Most High. He's fair, man. You know what I'm saying? He's fair. You got a question?
Oh, I was just interested to see what you guys were.
You know who you are according to the Bible? You see, matter of fact, take a look at this chart first. We ain't gonna bite you.
Right here.
Yeah, take a look at this chart.
Oh, so these are how the 12
That's the 12 tribes of Israel.
Oh, Puerto Ricans are their own tribe.
Yeah,
That's interesting. And Cubans and Dominicans.
that's right. That would be the 12 tribes of Israel.
Wow.
You ever seen this before?
No, I haven't seen this one. Inca is.
It's quite amazing.
This is all like the Americas and then Africa?
Yeah, see, the sign, you see it at the bottom where it say Isaiah 11 and 11, it says scattered throughout Africa and abroad.
Ah.
So the sign is exclusive to the people that's on this side of the world. Okay?
We
See,
got brothers that's doing the same thing we're doing over there in Africa and Asia, right? But their chart, their sign, is like for the tribes and the people over there on that side of the earth, So,
now you said something about the Puerto Ricans. Now, when you look at the people on this sign right here, you see African Americans, West Indians, black. The West Indian blacks, which consist of the Jamaicans. Levi's, the Haitians. When you look at past these three tribes, they start looking a little different. You know why? You know why that's like that?
I mean, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
I say when you look past these three tribes,
Yeah.
they started looking different. You know
Oh,
why?
it's like more white or like light skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? Like right here, look at this. Right here. They start looking different. They start looking like different colors right there. You know why they look a little lighter than these three tribes? Because they all come in different shades from Judah all the way down to Naphtali. But generally, you look at the African Americans, we got like hair like that. We got woolly hair. But then when you look at one of these other tribes, their hair is a little more straight.
Oh yeah. Well, there's also like, there's also like they call them Negritos in Philippines.
Yeah.
They're also like dark skin.
Yeah, that's Judah. That's Judah over there. But the reason why the rest of these tribes, they don't necessarily look as dark as these three tribes is because your forefathers have raped them.
That is true. Yeah.
It's the conquistadors.
Yeah.
So what should happen for what they did? You think it should be a judgment for that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm in favor of like some form of reparations. I think.
Yeah. And look at this picture right here. You see this black man? They beat his back in, man. That was your ancestors that did that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it definitely was.
So let me show you something real quick, because you seem like an honest so-called white man. Get Isaiah 14, verse 21.
Come on.
You know,
this
because the God of the Bible is the God of justice. All right, and black people, we still haven't got justice. You know what I'm saying? Being on this side of the world. Get what you got.
is Isaiah 14 and 24,
Read.
verse 21. Prepare slaughter.
What the Bible say?
Prepare slaughter
Read.
for his children,
So the Bible say prepare slaughter for his children. Read.
for the iniquity of their fault.
Right. So would you say your ancestors sinned against God by putting our people in slavery and stuff like that?
Like I'm in perspective of like Christianity, like did he sin?
Yeah, by setting booby traps and stuff like that, like telling us to follow religion, saying that if we be a good slave, if our forefathers was a good slave, then they gonna go to heaven and stuff like that. Don't you think that was a sin for that?
Yeah, I mean, depending on your like interpretation.
Right.
Like so their interpretation
Right.
probably wasn't a sin, but like I don't agree with that.
So I'm talking about according to the Bible. See, did the Bible say don't bear false witness?
Yeah.
So in white Jesus, that's a false witness. somebody has to pay for that. Read that again.
This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fault.
So the Bible says do not commit adultery. So I'm pretty sure the women, the indigenous so-called Native American woman who was quote unquote melanated like us, I'm pretty sure she was married to an indigenous man who looked quote unquote like us. And what did the so-called white man do? He raped her, which is committing adultery because you forced him. And then he killed the man. So he killed somebody. Right? Now they speak in Spanish. The language that's not theirs. Finish that out. So it say prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their forefathers. So for the iniquity of y'all forefathers, man.
That means prepare slaughter for the descendants.
Yeah, so the people that's still here now, the people that you see this right here, they gotta pay for that. Because y'all foreparents is not here right now to do that.
But when you say prepare slaughter though, that like sounds like killing people.
That's
what it is.
Happens. So Christ is gonna come back because Christ is the real. You know when you watch Candyman and like Jason and all that, that's Christ. That's what they get that from. They get that from the Bible. Not this guy right here, but the black Messiah.
Oh, you're talking about like the more like the sword bearing Jesus, like on the day of like Armageddon.
And
the
he's
more
black. He's so-called black man. All right, finish that out. I'm gonna prove that to you.
Oh, okay.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So now get Isaiah 66 and 15. Now, like I said, when you watch these horror movies, that's how Christ is coming back. He's coming back a serial killer. Like he's gonna come back and leap off that throne like a wild man. He's gonna do a lot of killing when you come back. Not like the church is saying, talking about, or he's gonna just everybody's gonna be
not
loved.
gonna save everybody.
That's not what the Bible says. When he jump off this UFO, all right, this so-called chariot that he's finna read, it's gonna be on the crackers, man. Right? For the other nations, for 2/3 of our people who don't come back, because 2/3 of our people, they're gonna be destroyed too, right along with y'all and the other nations. So don't feel left out, okay?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 66 and 15.
Read.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
How the Lord coming?
Will come with fire.
He's coming with fire, okay? Not fire from this planet. He's coming with heavenly fire. We don't know what color that fire is, but it's gonna burn some stuff. It's gonna melt some things. He's gonna laser beam things and people and objects. Read.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
So he's coming back in a chariot, a so-called UFO. All right.
So why
Beam me up, Scotty, man. Okay.
Yeah, like alien.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the alien, but he's gonna look just like us. You know how Superman, he come from a different planet. That they got that from the Bible. That's how Christ is coming. He's coming back looking human. He's going to be an extraterrestrial, all right, looking just like us. 7, 8 feet tall, maybe 9 feet tall. Thanos. Read.
To render his anger.
To render his love.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So we seen Dragon Ball Z. You know how Goku and them, they do their little moves and they release this.
Yeah, the key.
Exactly. That's the Lord. He's coming back. Where do you think they get that from? The Bible.
I mean, I think it was inspired by like the Ford
Flash
the
Gordon.
Journey to the West.
Well, all the so-called superheroes of Marvel and Capcom and all that is coming from the Bible, right? Because the Hollywood directors, for them to put those movies together, they have to study the Bible to do that, all right? When Christ was doing those spiritual miracles, all right, walking on water and stuff like that, that's spiritual. That's what you call spiritual powers right now, right? So he's coming back with spiritual powers, destroying the wicked, man. All right, the Edomites, which is your nation, 2/3 of the Israelites, and then the rest of the other nations, man.
You're like serious. Like you really believe this.
Revelations 1:7. That what the Bible says.
It's not what we believe. It's facts.
You got to get what the Bible says. I know you don't believe. Do you believe in the Bible? You probably don't.
No, I'm not a Christian.
So, because like that's how you know that you're a race of people and not the people of the book, because y'all don't believe in nothing but success in your own. You guys being God, you know what I'm saying? Money, oil, and the D word, which I ain't gonna say because they're gonna try to flag that video right there. Okay? You see this, the 12 tribes of Israel, it's the real Jews and Israelites according to the Bible. We cracked the code. You know what I'm saying? We cracked the code.
Who cracked the code?
We did.
But who was like the first one? Like, were you the founder of this, or
No,
like?
we're not the founder. Our Bibbins. Look them up. He's from New York.
Go on Isaiah 63.
Revelations. Would you get that? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom?
So Edom is your biblical name, your biblical nationality. Read.
With thy garments from Bozrah, this that is glorious in his apparel.
That's the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, man. Who the world knows Jesus Christ. True Hebrew name, Yahweh Shah. All right, you can't say that name because it's going to bring terror upon you. So just stick to Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
So he's traveling in the greatness of his strength. Remember on the episode of Dragon Ball Z when Vegeta was traveling from that planet and he was waiting to get out of that to do something?
Yeah.
That's how the Lord is coming. He's waiting. He's waiting for the Heavenly Father to give him that to say so. And he's gonna come here and it's gonna be an earthquake before he get here. It's gonna be vicious, man. You ever see those end of the world movies? Transformers and
Armageddon.
Yeah, the movie with Tom Cruise on there. What's the movie with Tom Cruise?
Oh, and Tom Cruise. Oh, that's
Independence Day.
No.
Whatever it's called.
Okay. I do. Independence Day wasn't with Tom Cruise. I think War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
that was Tom Cruise.
So that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be the end of the. At the Babylon, which is America, is taken out. It's gonna be still civilizations and nations still here. But when they say the end of the world, it's talking about the end of y'all society, okay? Not like everybody is gonna die. It's gonna be a changing of superpowers and rulers, all right? That's what it's talking about.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to say, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
So Christ, his garment, which is white, is gonna be so red.
With blood.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing a lot of killing.
And thy garments like hemp that treadeth in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger.
He's going to get the nation of Israel first. The so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, the rebels, he's going to get them first. Then when he take them out, he's coming for the rest of the other people of these other nations. Yeah, all right, they're going to get judged.
And trample them in my fury.
He's going to trample, he's going to stomp them out, man, like grapes.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
So the churches don't even bring these type of scriptures out. Have you ever went to church and they read the book of Revelation?
I mean, when I went to church, it was when I was a little kid.
They never heard them read the book of Revelation.
I think, the book of Revelation, there were a lot of different churches that focused more on those, like the southern ones.
The black churches do not focus in the book of Revelation, man.
The Westboro Baptists, I think they focus on it a lot more.
Come get a slice of this, sister. This is the truth right here. This for our people. But look, the black church don't read the book of Revelation, man. They don't.
Yeah,
they stick to the Gospels.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and
yeah,
John.
And maybe Psalms and maybe a little Isaiah or something like that. But that's it.
Stuff. The feel-good stuff.
We got scriptures for that. But let him finish that up.
And I will stain all my raiment.
He's going to stain all his raiment, his clothes, man. Read.
For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
So the Lord is coming back to get his lick back. Because the Romans, those Italians who put those nails in his hand, he coming for them too, man. And that also proves that regeneration or reincarnation is real. Revelations 1-7, because it's going to tell you the people that put the thorns in his hands, those nails, he's going to come back looking for them, man.
Okay, sorry, did you have a question?
She got a question.
How you doing, sister?
So the book that I have,
Okay.
I don't know.
You said what?
Oh, we got that.
You talking about the Apocrypha, right?
Find it.
Oh, you can get it on Amazon for
Amazon.
yeah, you got one out?
I ain't got an extra.
Just show it to it, yeah. Yeah, so you can get the 1611, yeah, on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon for about maybe $6 to $10. You can get one used for $6 to $10.
Does that have some of like the books that they took out during
Yeah.
the
The
paper?
pages, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they took them out.
Apocrypha.
Yeah, like it's kind of like the what was her name? The other person in the Garden of Eden. There was Adam and Eve and I want Lilith. Does it have Lilith?
Oh no, she's not in there.
That's pseudo.
Yeah, that's pseudo. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So you said I
Y'all don't believe
yeah, it's the apocrypha right here.
Sign.
Yeah, you can take a picture of it.
But the Protestant church.
Where do you live in? You live in Chicago? You can go to do you be out like by Dalton?
Yeah, I'm not thinking.
There's a bookstore right over there about you know what that high school? There's a high school Thorn Ridge. Thorn Ridge. Yeah, it's across the street in that parking complex.
Okay.
It's you can get it over there for like $10.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Be
so
blessed.
Modern day translation.
That's the apocrypha.
Yeah, that's the books
It was
they
taken out in
took out.
1885 by the Roman Catholic Church. You know King James was black too, right?
The one who wrote the
King
book.
of England?
Yeah, he was black.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can prove it, man. We can prove it.
How do you know that?
Pull it out.
Pull it up on now, check it out. King James was a Jew. He was an Israelite too, from the
Come
tribe of
on.
Judah, right? So his son, you can do your research on this. His grandson was called. Guess what his nickname was? They call him the Black Boy.
Oh.
All right. When you look at it's a statue of him. All right. He about my height. He got long curly hair down to his shoulders.
Yeah.
All right. And they call him the Black Boy. Now, if you could get this book called When Scotland Was Jewish, I believe it's page 7. It tell you that his grandson was so dark, his mother was ashamed of him.
Oh.
Do your research, man.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there would be like other sources saying that he's white,
It's-
right?
yeah,
like,
but
how do
it's-
you tell which one's right?
We gonna get the picture right now. We got the original picture. They couldn't destroy this image because it was written on suede material, man.
Yeah, because we got to understand, during the Renaissance era, when y'all came back into power after the Dark Ages, y'all started to whitewash a whole lot of images, especially those in you found in Russia, because our people ruled over there in England and Scotland.
And we can go back to this book right here. Like, you would think this book was never talking about black people, right?
Well, I mean, Shakespeare talked about black people like Othello was black.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And where were they located?
Morocco, I think, or Spain.
They were in Europe.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, look.
But like, they would have been like from Morocco.
Yeah. Now, look, go back to page 171.
Like, there've always been black people.
Yeah, the title of this book is called Shakespeare and the Jews, man. All right? Shakespeare and the Jews, and Beethoven was black. You ain't know that, did you?
No,
He was a man of color, man.
I'm aware of that.
Get the book Diaspora of Colonization of Colored People. You're going to find out that all the images in there, they were bust. You know what that is? The Renaissance, like they were black, and then they iconoclast them and turned them white. You see what I'm saying? But get that real quick.
You know, it's funny. It sounds like because there was like a
Yeah.
similar thing to this, but like the opposite was
Yeah.
said by like the Germans, like in like the end of the 1800s.
Yeah.
They were saying that it was Aryans, it was whites that started that's the pharaohs were white. They said
That's a lie.
They said the
The
Japanese.
pharaohs didn't get white
they
until
said the
to the
Japanese
time of
Mongols
Ptolemy.
started by white people, like.
Hold on, that's what I'm saying. You don't get white Egyptians until the time of Ptolemy. All right, the 4 generals of Alexander the Great. When they took over, that's when you start getting those white images of them. But they were all black. Like the children of Israel is actually on the walls of Egypt, and they look just like us.
Why do you think Napoleon was like shooting off the noses
the
of
Sphinx,
those?
knocking their nose off.
Yeah, they
Because
are.
the nose looked black.
They had our type of nose,
They are facial features because
cheekbones and everything.
yeah, our big lips, the way our nose is structured, and our cheeks, and our jaw structure. So yeah, this is page Shakespeare and the Jews. This is page 171, right?
Read that.
Robert Kirk toured London in January 1690.
Now, you would think black people was in slavery right there, right? But not all black people was in slavery, just the ones that was over here.
I mean, yeah, not all black people in Africa weren't all enslaved.
You see,
I mean,
12 years of
colonization.
slavery. Remember that man? He was a free man. They kidnapped him and they put him in slavery.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Read.
He also paid a visit to the synagogue there, where he observed over 200 Jews worship.
Read.
He noted in his journal that they were all very black men,
What color were the Jews?
very black men,
Uh-huh.
and in this and distinct in their reasoning as gypsies.
Read that right there.
Yeah, this is a
This
quote
the part right here.
from Paul Isaiah. Someone called.
These are Edomites that's right here.
Yeah,
White people.
1655, right?
What year is that?
1655.
Okay, read.
I knew you to be a Jew, for you Jews have a peculiar color of face different from the form and figure of other men, which thing have...
You looking at the Jews right here. Take a look. Look at me. Look at him. And look at him. And look at this brother right here. We are the real Jews, man. Read.
Which thing have often filled me with admiration.
Read.
For you are black and uncomely and not white as other men.
And he's talking about who?
Yeah, he's the black Jews, right?
Jews.
For you Jews.
Who is this quoting?
This is a man named Paul Isaiah of 1655. We can go into the sources to find the source. You want the source of it?
Yeah.
Hey, what you can do if you want to receive mercy, man, you need to tell the world that we the real Jews, and we'll remember you when we beating your people back in and all that. We gonna be like, you know what? We gonna give him a little mercy because he helped reveal the truth. You'll be all good. You know how back in the day when they had the house Negroes and then the field Negroes, we'll treat you like the house Negro, right? Because this is really gonna happen, man. It's really gonna happen.
And I would like, if that was really gonna happen, I would want to be on that side. The thing is, it was like.
What's your nationality?
I'm American.
What's your father?
Yeah, it goes back to like Scottish, I think.
Scottish, and we was the real Scottish too. You see,
man, you're all over the place.
The word Scot goes back to the Hebrew word shakor, all right, or sakawar. It means dark skin. You know the word steward means dark stranger. Salaki, not the word steward. The word Douglas means dark stranger. Right? Steward means swarthy, which means dark skin.
Yeah.
All right. So King James, his last name was Stewart. All right. Charles Stewart. Okay.
So like, what was your? I can ask you what's the foundation, like the bedrock for you to like think these sources are true and like the other sources are false?
Because they all saying the same thing. The Bible says between 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. Okay. So if we got 2 sources saying the same thing, it got to be established like that.
Yeah.
You got to
bring all the liars, right?
Yeah.
But like the liars will corroborate each other, so you'll have like tons of people saying the same thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Right?
How did our forefathers come in?
Whose forefathers? Your forefathers? My forefathers?
Our forefathers. What form of transportation?
Probably ship, like slave ship.
Get that real quick.
We know what is true and what's not is because of prophecy. Like for instance, in Revelation, it tells us that the Euphrates River is going to dry up for the kings of the east, to go over there for the last day of the vengeance of the Lord over there, Armageddon, whatever they say, And
matter of fact, look, don't even get that. Go to Isaiah 3 and 16.
I heard about this actually.
Dealing with our women.
People talking about the Euphrates drying up.
Now
Although
listen,
the Euphrates has always got to dry up at some point.
And it's fully dry now. It's fully dry.
Yeah, it's dry. But
fully dry now.
So then does that mean if nothing happens real soon, does that mean the prediction was wrong then?
No, things are happening, man. All right, you got food shortages that we see right now. All right, and that's in the Bible. You have war. It says going to be rumors of war. Vladimir Putin.
Wars and rumors of war.
They said he's going to be in the office for another, I think, 20 years or something like that because he wanted to see what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah. But I mean, there's always wars and rumors of wars, right? Like there's never a time when there's not wars.
It's gonna happen, man. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, because you have to also remember what the Jewish people over there in the land is saying and read prophecy, because when the real Jews are in the land, there's supposed to be peace on earth. There ain't supposed to be no wars and any of that going on. So, but the American white men here today is saying that those people over there are the Jews. So if they the Jews, then they gotta fit prophecy. Prophecy says when the Jews is in the real Jews in the land, no more war. So no turmoil or anything like that's supposed to be happening. But you see the Palestinians, and the Jewish people over there, right? They going head to head over there, and so we can see fighting over there. So we see there's no war. So who are those people over there, right? And I mean, it's just this book has a plethora of prophecies that you just can't negate, right? So and it's just not the Euphrates River drying up. It's just one prophecy out of 100, things that's supposed to happen in the last days,
Yeah, get that real quick. It's a prophecy on our women. All right, the so-called black woman, right? This is Isaiah 3:16.
This is
Now we're not poking fun of our women, but this is prophecy, so we can identify who is talking about. Read.
This is Isaiah 3:16.
Read.
it out.
Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion
The Judite woman, the woman on this sign right here. Read.
are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of their head.
So the Lord said he's going to smite the scab of the crown of the head. That's hair loss, all right? You ever heard of edges? You'll see something on TikTok where like they talking about edges and stuff like that.
I haven't heard about edges, but I know like black women are more likely to have
Yes.
female product type of molecules.
That's right, and you know why? Because it's harmful chemicals that they're buying and they're putting in their scalp. Like when they wear those weaves and stuff like that, that's damaging this pushing their hairline and all the way back. All right, read that part again. The scab.
Will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Right. So if that's talking about the black women, that proves that they Zion.
Right.
I mean that's a level of interpretation you're doing.
We can finish it out. You gotta keep
Yeah,
reading. You gotta
we
keep
gonna keep reading on it. So this is a prophecy saying this is going to happen to the daughters of Zion, right? For their stiff neckness, right? Yeah, for their disobedience, right? So if those Jewish people over there are the Jews, then why isn't this happening to them in boats?
Could it be because they're being more obedient? I mean they're not.
No,
Well,
no,
that's the thing. Like I was saying earlier, if they over the real Jews over there keeping the laws, there ain't supposed to be no war no more when they're there. That prophecy does say that.
That says if the Jews are keeping the laws though, right?
So okay, but you're saying that they keeping the laws, but then you're saying now that they're not keeping the laws. So
No,
which
yeah,
is,
exactly.
And the laws don't apply to them either. The laws was not given to them.
Yeah, but so this one's saying that like God in the last days will like do the thing with their scalp.
That's
right?
already
No,
happened.
that's
That's happened already.
it happens over and over and over again until they actually keep the laws. They haven't been keeping the laws ever since we've been exiled out of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Even during ancient Babylon, our people as a collective still haven't been keeping God's laws, and so
Okay.
that curse, that prophecy is still on them even to this day.
But didn't you say that it was happening because of the things they were putting in their hair, like the weaves and stuff, and that was like doing damage? But so if
That-
it was
those
happening,
are one of
why
the-
wasn't it happening
Those are
before?
one of the ways it's
What?
happening.
Yeah, those
So
are
why
one of the
wasn't it
ways.
happening before then?
It
It was happening. Like it was really happening, man.
Go
Yeah, go ahead.
because our women started putting.
Listen, let me ask you this question: what race of women wear weave, bro?
What other
race?
women?
What race of women wear weave?
What race of women?
Yeah.
Black women.
That's how you know that they don't have they being smited with the scab right there.
Yeah. Well,
And-
most women can't like do a weave, right? Because they have straight
Exactly.
hair. and they
Yeah.
have to get
Exactly.
perm or
So
something.
that only fits the woman on this side right here, Judah, the African American woman. She can't wear her own hair. They wear wigs and stuff like that. All right. And most of the time they wear short. They wear hair like him sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you take the look at the
common sense,
pictures
man.
from slavery in like the 1600s and 1700s, they had short hair then too.
Yeah.
Right.
And look, and that proves that the black woman, if that's her, then we represent her too. So that fits. That's how you know that we the real Jews. Just look at the women. Look, she got a nice hair. She got a nice set hair. But the average black woman don't wear their hair like that, man.
Yeah. I mean, the average
You
black
have-
woman has
listen.
hair though, right? Right.
No,
Yeah.
the average black woman doesn't have hair, man.
No,
they
they
wearing
don't.
weave. Why you think they
yeah,
wearing weave?
They wearing weave.
I mean, were you saying that's
Because
the
they-
whole average? Like, I
Listen,
mean,
No,
like,
we say the majority of them.
you're saying the majority of black
Yes.
women have like that, like their
They
hair is,
have
like,
a hair
falling
problem.
out.
Yes,
Yes.
man.
I mean,
We telling you this because we know our people. We don't say it to. We don't try to embarrass our women. But for the sake of
it's
truth for that
just facts.
scripture, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Let's show you. Can we show you something that pertains to the men? Yeah. Go to Let's see. Go to Isaiah 50, verse 21. Now we're gonna get on the men. Now, have you ever seen a white woman wearing weave?
I mean, I think so. Like,
I'm
it's not
talking about
common
braids
to-
though. I'm talking about braids and braid style.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, it's like
That's a
it's,
whole,
it's
though.
harder to do. Yeah, it's like-
Exactly, because they don't have their hair problem. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I said they don't have the hair problem.
Or it's not as like
Right.
as common of a thing.
Now, on the scale, who have longer hair? white women and black women? Tell the truth.
Wait, like longer and because like black one's hair is curly, so
Right. Who have
it's
longer
short.
hair? Who have longer hair?
Like was it white one? Like, 'cause
I'm
white-
asking
'cause
you.
black-
Okay, look. Who have more women? Chinese women or black women?
more women.
I mean, who have more hair? Chinese women or black women? Who have more hair?
I think because like Chinese women's hair is thinner.
Who hair is longer?
Straight.
Who hair is longer?
Like as far like but not accounting for curls, then like
Right.
Asian hair and white hair is longer.
It's longer.
Because it's straight.
Right.
Yeah.
So that proves right there that all the other women have longer hair than our sisters, man. That scab is pertains to our women.
Yeah, but like if you take into account the curls, they probably have like more similar length. Because like
They
black
could
women's hair
they
would
could
be,
get
like,
their hair
full.
they could get their hair curled, perm. It's still not gonna be that long.
You know what was it conking? Conking? I think it's called. You know what conking is?
Nah, what's that?
That was like not Mexican back when like he was young. He was trying to look like white. Back then, when you would like put chemicals in your hair,
Right.
you would make it straight so that it looked like white.
And guess what happened? Guess what happened? I'm gonna school you to something. If I was to perm my hair, eventually it's gonna fall out, man.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it does
because
damage
it's
to it.
it's too much chemicals in that. It's gonna take your hair out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can perm your hair to get it longer all you want. Eventually it's gonna start falling out because that's not how the Lord made their hair. He's controlling the scalps, the hair
But
scalps.
I mean, you can use like conditioner and stuff. Like certain stuff you do put in your hair like makes it last longer.
Yeah, but it's still gonna fall out eventually.
But
Get
yeah,
what you got?
I mean,
What you want a 50 and what?
51 and 20.
I mean, this guy, this gentleman right here, he's got good head hair still. You're doing good. You did something.
Yeah, get that. Now listen to this.
Thank you very much, but I can't explain that.
Yeah.
Now
People
get this.
just tell me that.
This is
Yeah, it's all about the genes.
Isaiah
Listen.
51 and 20.
This on the men. This on the men of Israel right here.
Thy sons have fainted.
Right, so the Bible say thy sons have fainted. Read.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
So who stay on the corners, be on the blocks, just doing nothing?
So what's that?
Read
They
it
lie
again.
at the head of all the streets.
They lie at the head of all the streets. Like you see that Kim Park, 5030 Kim Park, they right there just hanging out, not doing nothing.
I've been a part of that, so I'm going to
They-
agree.
they-
I've been a part of that myself. That hit home. That really,
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Like you said, hit the
All the
heart
white
there,
people
but
like
that
that
really
too,
hit
you
the
know,
heart.
in certain-
No, they
certain
don't.
areas.
No, they don't.
Certain areas.
No, they don't. But you gotta finish it out. Read it from top and finish it out.
This is Isaiah 51 and 20. Thy sons have fainted.
Thy sons have fainted. Read.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
They lie at the head of all the streets. Read.
As a wild bull in a net.
They dangerous. You can't come in their neighborhood. They'll shoot you. They'll kill you.
But they faint.
They fainted because they fell off from knowing who they really is. They didn't actually faint.
Oh,
They lost their state of mind who they are.
Right,
It's
so
literal.
that's like metaphor.
Yeah, it's a metaphor. They fainted. They don't know who they are.
But they lie at the end of the
They
streets.
lie at the
That's
end.
that's literal. That's not.
Yeah, they selling. What they doing? Selling drugs. All right, they watching out for the police.
How can you tell what's a metaphor though and what's literal?
You just gotta read it. They
Yeah.
didn't actually faint.
But they sound the same. Like they faint. They lie at the end of the streets. They're both like things said, but one's supposed to be a metaphor and one's not. Like how do you know? Like
Faint. What happens when you actually faint? You fall out.
yeah.
They fell from knowing that they was the sons of God.
Yeah.
That's what it's talking about.
But they like lie at the end of the streets.
They
That could
lie at
also
the
be
end of
like
the
a metaphorical street,
No,
right?
no,
It's like
they
they're at the
actually,
end
no,
of
they
the
actually
road.
lying at the head of the street. They actually right there. They actually on the block.
Yeah,
That's
but
what they
like
really doing.
like I'm saying, there's like just different interpretations.
No,
you
that
can
is
put
literal right there. When they say they lie, that means they right there. Lodge ain't doing
Yeah,
nothing.
but like, how do you know that's literal?
It's just saying it. Keep reading. It said they lied as a wild bull in the net. So what happened if you put a net on top of a bull head? They gonna go crazy. That's how they is out here on the corners.
Okay.
Read that again.
Thy sons have fainted.
So they didn't actually faint. They fell from knowing that they were the children of God. They turned into niggas, killers, gangbangers. Read.
They lie at the head of all the streets.
Right. So if you go on the south side of Chicago, 67th Blackstone, go to 63rd, 64th. All right, go out west. Go to Central.
Okay, but so it's partially metaphorical because they're not at the end of
Yeah.
every street. They're just at the end of a lot of
They're
streets.
at the end of a lot of streets, right?
Okay.
Read.
As a wild bull in a net.
Yeah. So what happened when you take a net and put it on top of a bull? It's gonna go crazy. You know how the Mexicans, they jump on the bull, they ride on it for like a good 3 seconds and they jump off. Put that bull on it, you gonna watch out for it. You don't go over there, it's bad over there. They on the streets, man, they got guns over there, man. That's what it's talking about, man.
They are full of the fury of the Lord.
And now they furious, they mad. All right?
Okay.
Read.
The rebuke of thy God.
So who is that happening to? White people or black people?
The rebuke of God.
The whole thing what it's saying, it said they ride the head of the streets as a wild bull in the net. They are full of the fury of the Lord thy God. Which means like another rival gang cannot come in this neighborhood. He's gonna get shot at.
But that's not the fury of God. Like fury of God sounds like it'd be like justified, right? Like it sounds like it'd be
The
like,
Lord is allowing that to happen to our people because they fell from the commandments of God. Let's get another scripture. Go to Isaiah 42. It's the metaphor to it. Because look, on the general scale, when they lying on the head of the street, the police come in and put them in jail, right? And what do they find on them? They find a gun, and they possibly can find drugs on them. All right?
yeah.
They full of the fury of the Lord thy God, right?
Yeah, but I mean that's
Now watch this.
Okay. There are a lot of
This is
You too deep. Just deal with it like how I say. You going too deep. I know you got good grades in school. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Right. Just listen, and it's gonna comprehend itself. Read.
This is Isaiah 42:22.
Read.
But this is a people robbed and
Our
spoiled.
people are destroyed. Right. That's what spoil means. It means to be destroyed. Read. Look, Lawrence, on that camera, man.
They are all of them
Look,
snared in holes.
they are snared in holes. Read.
They are hid in prison houses.
They are here where?
In prison houses.
Right. So when you look at the statistics of the people that's being locked up, who dominate?
yeah. Well, black people are disproportionately.
And the Latinos, right?
Yeah.
So they are full, they are hid in what? Prison houses. That's who is this talking to? The Hebrews, the Israelites.
Yeah.
So the real Jews is locked up in jail. Is
I
it
mean,
more
the
white?
Jews have been locked up like a
But-
lot of
but
times. Like
this-
the other Jews, like the fake Jews or whatever, they've also been locked up a lot. You know.
But they still ain't been in jail more than us. They don't even go on the total poll.
Well, I
When
mean,
you go to jail, it's filled with blacks and Latinos, man. Ain't no Amalekites, they not in there.
no,
They not in there.
No, not today, not this day and age, not this.
So that was in the Bible time, right? That was back in the day, right?
Yeah, could be. Or
No,
other
it's still-
times.
it's
I
still-
don't
it's
know.
still
I don't know.
now,
You
man.
get what you guys think
Right.
about like the 1930s or whatever. But like a lot of Jews were locked up then.
Get Revelations 2:9, man. We got to bring out the shotgun now, man.
Oh yeah.
We got to bring out the
Bring-
shotgun.
bring
We
out-
gotta make a distinct difference between the Israelites and the people who saying that they are Jews, man.
Yeah.
We gotta call the spade a spade, right? Get that. Revelation 2:9. Because in the last days it said it's going to be a people that say that they are the Jews and they are not. In the last book of the Bible, which is Revelation.
Couldn't that also be you though?
No,
'Cause
because
it's
we're
like-
not saying we Jews.
You-
As a
you're-
whole,
you're saying-
we're not saying we Jews though.
Yeah, but you're saying.
But they don't. Everybody else is black. Don't know that they Jews.
I know, but like you're like you.
Right.
If the people could be just referring to a small group of people.
No,
right?
it's talking
Like-
about as a whole,
Yeah.
as a nation.
So
bro.
like if you succeed and like convince like more black people, eventually there could be enough of them to say that like then it
who
would fit
worship in
that.
synagogues?
Wow.
Who worship in synagogues?
Jews,
What do black people worship at?
churches.
Exactly. So we not saying it as a whole. But go ahead.
Not yet.
This is Revelation 2:9.
Read.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty,
Read.
but thou art rich.
Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are
Right,
Jews.
so on the general topic, we not saying we the Jews, man. It's the people that you see over there, man.
Yeah.
Read.
And are not,
And who are they?
but are the synagogue of
So
Satan.
that don't refer to us because we're not doing that. All right, they over there keeping them customs and stuff like that. We still celebrate Christmas, man, and Valentine and Easter, man, and Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But like
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying like hypothetically in the future.
You don't want to admit it, man. You know we the real Jews, man. You just gotta admit it, man.
I'm really trying to understand like what like where you're coming from.
The
Like,
wicked shall not understand, man.
That's true. Like if I'm just wicked, then there might be no way for me to understand.
Exactly.
It's hard to argue, but Like what? But like for you personally, like what do you think is like? What's like the thing like deep inside? Like is the Holy Spirit you think that like speaks to you inside and tells you
the
like
scriptures. Word of God.
what the scriptures are true? Like when you hear them, they sound true.
Yeah.
It's like the Spirit tells you.
Yeah, the Spirit is the words of God.
Yeah.
It's telling us that. That's why we putting them every time. Everything that you bring out, we can find the scripture for it.
Yeah, that's a,
Like we cutting you up, you bloody right now.
Cut
You don't
this-
even know it.
Oh yeah,
It's a bloody mess right now, man. You just don't know.
I'm sure that's how you see it.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
I get that because you got a scripture. Like
Let me
anything
ask you
I
this
could
question.
say would sound like something.
To
the
be
Bible.
honest with you, look, we can show you that the people who converted to be in this, because I can't say it, man, they're gonna flag our video. Go to you can find out when they converted. They converted in 740 AD. That was the first time that your people converted to be that. In 740 AD. So prior before that, y'all wasn't that.
Oh, yeah, because the Jews now are white, right?
Yeah.
Like
So
they're
before that, they
The
wasn't
fake
always of that. They wasn't always following that religion. They were from the Caspian Sea, the Khazars. They were from Khazaria.
Yeah.
You gotta just do your research,
I mean,
man.
no, I think you're right, at least in that, in
Yeah.
the sense that like who we think of now as Jews, especially like the ones who are like really white, like Ashkenazi Jews.
Yeah,
I think they came up from like somewhere in like the Caucasus.
Yeah,
before they migrated
the Khazarian Empire.
south. But they I don't know if it was 740 AD.
It was 740 AD. Yes, that was the first time they were called the letter J. Okay, I'm gonna just say that because I can't say the whole thing. They're gonna try to crucify me like Kanye West, man.
Okay.
All
You
right.
like spell it or like to use?
I'm gonna just say the letter J.
Okay.
Just say the, but look, what type of books you read?
I
What
can't
type of books you
think
read?
of that. I read a lot of books. I mean, I just read the.
You read historical books?
Yeah, I read some history.
Okay, let's
Like,
get
I'm
into
doing
some history right now.
A European civilization class right now.
This is the book Nature Knows No Color. Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers, right? Start at. Listen to this.
This is page 123. Many assert that the Jews are an Ethiopian race.
Read.
Romans, for Romans
Yes, ma'am.
to have taken them for Ethiopians is clear indication of their color, since the Ethiopians were definitely black to the Romans. Ancient Jewish legends themselves recognize a Negro strain among the Jews.
Read.
Genesis Rabbi 18 reads, when the Jews returned from Babylon, their wives have become.
Go up to Strabo.
This is Strabo 30 BC.
30 BC. All right, read.
Says the people of Western Judea were of part Egyptian ancestry.
Right, so the original Egyptians were one color.
Wait, didn't it say that their wives like turned something?
No, don't worry about that. Just deal with this right here. What color was the original Egyptians? They were black, man.
Okay, well that said like one tribe, right? Like,
The Egyptians
because there are like
were-
people who believe that like there's
Just
a
listen,
black
man. You're
tribe.
doing too much. Just listen.
Okay, sorry.
But he says, although the inhabitants are mixed up, thus the most prevalent of the accredited reports in regard to the temple at Jerusalem represents the ancestors of the present Judea.
Go down right here. So the Jews, they looked at like Egyptians and Ethiopians. That's what he just read right there. So those are two black people right there.
It's
Okay?
like the greater part of them, right?
As a whole, they were black people. Okay? Jeremiah 14:2, man. Read.
Walt says an interesting gradation of all shades down to the black is exhibited by the Jews.
There's another historian, Watts. He said all shades down to the black is exhibited by the Jews. Read.
So there were white Jews too.
Especially dark were the Jews of Spain and Portugal.
Read.
The Portuguese Jews were very dark,
So
says
back in the day, we were living in them areas, man.
Yeah.
All right, before y'all came and put our people in slavery, we were inhabiting those areas, man.
But didn't they just say that there were white Jews too?
No, I didn't say
Because there were
that. I
every
didn't say
shade.
that. You lying, man.
They said there were every shade.
Now you finna get on my nerves, man.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
That,
not
that's
trying
the word.
to.
That didn't say what it said. It didn't say that, man. It said Watts. It didn't say whites. It said Watts.
No, not the white. It didn't say white. You're right. I'm saying it said every shade, right?
Every shades down to the black is exhibited by the Jews.
Yeah.
That means that the Jews are all black, different shades of brown. That's what it's saying right
It
there.
said every
Keep
shade
reading, keep
include
reading.
whiter though.
the Duchess D'Ambridge, wife of Napoleon's ambassador to Portugal said that the Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese could be seen in a single person.
Read.
So dark were the Jews, especially of Portugal and South Spain, southern Spain, that many whites thought all Jews were black or dark.
Now explain that. That's the white right there.
Yeah.
It said they were so black that many white people, they thought all the Jews was black or dark.